welcome to my channel. I'm Tiffany, a retired librarian turned homeschool mom. And in this video, we're going to be looking at a Rapunzel book that is a pick your own adventure. So I'm going to be pulling up my tablet here because I have this on Hoopla, which is an online platform. I'm going to pull that up here. I can find my Hoopla here. So this kind of, there are three interesting stories going on here. Because you can play, essentially, be three different characters. So, one is, I'll pull this up, my Hoopla. So, this is the You Choose Rapunzel by Michele Jakubowski. So that's the author. So it's your, and go back to the beginning here. And I guess, yes, I have this in, go back to the beginning. Okay. There we go. Okay. So, where on earth is the very beginning? Okay. Okay. So, your adventure. All right. So, you can be one of three characters. You can be Zelle, a high school student ready to break out of her grandmother's penthouse apartment. Ray, a professional gamer on her way to superstardom, and Dom Gothel, a misunderstood gardener with a wicked reputation. So the first story is you have a girl whose parents sent her to live with grandma, who lives at the top of a giant, tallest tower apparently in New York, to go to school. But grandma does not let her do anything. So it's like, go to school, come home. Go to school, come home. And nobody likes her because they all look very goth. They have black hair. She has long blonde hair. But one day she sees a poster for a musical and she wants to audition. So this is kind of where our basic story is. You have various things where she sneaks out and then she runs into some kids that she knows from school, and you could decide to hang out, and then you get caught and sent back to your room. You could choose to go to the audition early, and you escape, and then, my child was up at 2 a.m. and didn't go back to sleep, therefore neither did I. And you meet a boy from school by the name of Prince, and you can choose to wait for him where you get caught. You can choose to go to the audition, then you can choose to sing with him, if that ends badly, or you can choose not to, and you end up in the musical. So that's the basic premise of the first story. For Ray, essentially you're a professional gamer whose parents are onion farmers. You earn very, very little. You are locked in the attic of your gaming mistress, which is Gothel. You get contacted by the prince. I think the guy's name is actually Jack. And he's one of your teammates. And you can choose to video chat with him, and then you both get caught and get yelled at. And I think you still get locked in the room. In the attic, or you can choose to go physically meet him, and that leads to you seeing some guy in a suit entering the place, and you either choose to run away, which means you get locked up back up again, or you choose to go and investigate, and it turns out he's making up another team, and you guys have been forced to do everything online and never travel anywhere, and you can choose to either take his offer or not. Again, not taking his offer means you go back to being locked up. I do believe one of the choices involves Jack coming over and getting in a fight with Gothel and her forcing him down the stairs to break his wrist, and having just come from Ray's parents to sign a 50-year contract for her to play for Gothel. And of course, the best ending is you choose to go with. Oh, you choose to sign for the other team and go away to Hawaii. So, and then the last one is actually closest to the traditional Rapunzel story. You have this woman who's living in a walled garden. She catches her neighbor taking her rampions. Only this time she kind of chases him out because she's not a witch. And he shows up and turns over his baby. And then disappears. And so you raise the child. And this one leads into, she turns into a teenager. She gets bored. You can choose to lock her up and make her in a tower. You can choose her to take him to town, and then you can, everybody's staring at you. You can choose to tell the truth or not, and then go back and lock her up. The best ending is you choose to pretty much tell her the truth and leave, and then she comes to see you to thank you because she's married the prince and has children and realize you were just trying to protect her. So it's an interesting thing. Of course, I read it in ebook, so you can press and bounce around everywhere. So it's definitely 3 very different takes on the Rapunzel story. So I find it very interesting. Definitely, you could probably, I don't know if my 5-year-old would be interested, but your 5-year-old might be. Mine's a little bit too bouncy. Oh. Again, I've been up since 2 in the morning. My child is insane. But, and we're working on that. But I enjoy it. It's definitely geared toward elementary school. And maybe even middle school. I think high schoolers might enjoy this. I don't know. It's easy. It's an easy read. It's kind of fun and it's interactive. So it probably would be a really good read aloud book for elementary school kids, which my daughter's going into. She's going to first, which how time flies. She's almost 6. So I find it interesting. I find the 3 different versions. Again, you have the farmer's daughter whose grandmother is very strict and tried to isolate her. You have the gamer girl who's essentially been kidnapped and her parents are being coerced. And then you have the Gothel herself who's just kind of misunderstood gardener. So it's a fun read of 3 different stories with various different paths in them. So that's really it for this. I am in fact building this on the 7th of June. So you guys will be seeing this Monday. So, and yes, my office is actually clean. I cleaned out the closet Memorial Day. So it doesn't collapse when I open the door. But we will be finishing off Rapunzel this month, moving into Cinderella in June, and then doing Aladdin moving into Cinderella in July, and then moving into Aladdin in June. And I don't know what's coming next after that. More fairy tales. So, I know, it's only 8:19 when I'm filming this, but again, my kid was she was still wired. She did fall asleep around like 7:30, but still, she was wired almost all day for reasons, because child. But if you like what you see, be sure to like and subscribe. Leave a positive comment if you have one, and I will see you next time. Thank you.